If you finally get 30 minutes to yourself and somehow spend half of it figuring out what to do, you're not alone. You sit down, you open your laptop, and suddenly your brain goes blank. Do you work on your content, reply to emails, plan something, pray? And just like that, 10 minutes are gone. But here is the truth. In that moment, time isn't the problem, it's preparation. And today we are going to talk about what to do when you finally have 30 minutes and no idea where to start. A lot of us believe that if we don't have a big chunk of time, then it's not even worth starting. We picture productivity happening in 3-hour stretches at a tidy desk with a cup of coffee and uninterrupted silence. And if we don't have that, we wonder, we think, what's the point? But the truth is, short bursts of work can be incredibly productive. Sometimes they are even more productive than the long, unfocused sessions of work. There's a concept called the Parkinson's law, and it states that work expands to fill the time you give it for completion. So if you give yourself 3 hours to complete a task, most likely it will take you 3 hours. But if you give yourself 20 minutes to get it done, most likely you will get it done. So the real problem with those 30 minutes pockets of time isn't that they are too small. The real problem is decision fatigue. When you wake up in the morning, you've already thought about what your children will wear, what they will have for breakfast, whether the school email needs a reply, or what you will make for dinner. So when you finally sit down and think about what to work on, your brain is already tired, and tired brains don't make clear decisions. They scroll, they freeze, they start things that they never finish. So what's the solution? It's simple. You pre-decide. You basically make decisions before you need to actually make them. You build a quick win list, and when the time shows up, you don't have to think, you just act. And here is how it works. Step number 1, build your quick win list. A quick win list is a list of short tasks that take 30 minutes or less. These are not your big vision goals, but they are the things that will move your calling forward without requiring a full afternoon from you. And I recommend that you start with 5 tasks. And these could include: write a short form Instagram caption for a poster you've been putting off for a long time. Record a 5-minute voice note to your future self or your audience. Respond to 3 DMs or emails from people in your community. Outline the structure of your next video or blog post. Pray through your vision and write down what you hear. Read 1 chapter of a book that feeds your calling, or film a quick talking head for your content bank. Notice, these aren't I will work on my business or do some content. There are specific tasks, actions with a clear start and end point. Step 2, tier by energy. Because 30 minutes after a hard morning looks very different from 30 minutes after you are caffeinated or you've rested, you should tier your list by the energy each task requires. And I've divided them into high, medium, and low energy tasks. High energy tasks include things like creating, filming, writing long form content, or brainstorming. Your medium tasks include things like outlining, emailing, scheduling, and editing, while your low task could be admin, responding to comments, reading, and praying through ideas. So when that time opens up, you ask yourself, what energy level am I working with right now? And you match your task with your capacity. Step 3, you review your quick win list with God on Sunday. So every Sunday, you can either review it first thing in the morning before the week starts, or in the evening when things are quiet. You ask him, Lord, what matters this week? What should I carry forward, and what should I lay down? You update the list based on what he shows you, and then you can start your Monday knowing what to do. You've prayed, you've prepared, and you are ready. Prayer therefore plays an important role in planning our short pockets of time. Most of us go to God with requests, our worries, and for connection with him. However, prayer is the fastest way for us to gain clarity on what to do next. James 1:5 says, if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given him. Wisdom matters. It guides us and helps us decide where to start, what matters today, and what to leave for later. So when a window of time opens and you are still unsure about what to do or where to start, even though you already have a quick win list, you go to God in prayer. It doesn't have to be long. It could just be something like, God, what matters the most today? Lord, what would you have me focus on right now? I've had so many moments where I already had a full list, but something fell off. And in that moment, I took a pause and I asked God for direction. And right there, one task stood out. And more often than not, that was the one task that moved things forward for me for that week. So don't think of prayer as something separate from your work, because God cares about the big decisions in our lives, but he also cares about how we steward the small pockets of time that he gives us. And in case you don't know who I am, hi, I'm Alberta, a life coach helping Christian moms who feel called to more beyond motherhood build a God-led business without sacrificing time with their family or burning out. And here's your practical step for the week. I would love for you to create a quick win list. Take a piece of paper or open a note on your phone and write down 5 tasks that take 30 minutes or less, specific things you could work on when a short pocket of time opens. Then you organize them by energy, high, medium, and low. On Sunday, you bring that list to God, you pray over it, you ask him what to move, what to focus on, what to keep, and what to add. That's it. 5 tasks, 1 conversation with God, and the next time you get 30 minutes, you won't waste it trying to figure out what to do. And I love to hear from you. So in the comments, tell me 1 task you would add to your quick win list, something you could pick up and move forward in 30 minutes or less. Sometimes tasks remain undone, not because they are the hardest ones, but because we never schedule them. And if this video helped you, share it with another mom who might be building something meaningful in a busy life, and she might need this reminder too. And if you love this kind of conversation about building a God-led business while raising your family without burning out, go ahead and subscribe so these videos will come straight to you. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time.